Hey everyone, I'm in Farming Simulator 22 and here I'm going to show you how to use a forklift. So these are very handy if you've got lots of things where you've got pallets that you need to move around, and they're pretty easy to use when you know how. But first of all, where do you buy one from? On the Xbox, if you hit the screens button, you can go to these screens here, and if you go up to vehicles, and you will find them there towards the bottom of vehicles, forklifts. There are two choices. I don't think there's a massive difference between the two. I went for the more expensive one. It's slightly more powerful, although bizarrely it's a little bit slower, but it can lift heavier stuff. Not that I really need it to lift heavier stuff, but it can lift 8.1 tons. This one can lift 4.1 tons. So how does it work? Once you've got your forklift, you can go forwards and backwards like any vehicle with right trigger, left trigger. And then you've got the option, if you hold down LB, you can tilt the forklift like this. Okay, so we've got this sort of tilt there. And if you use the right stick up and down, you move the forklift this way. Now there's one other thing that's quite important on the forklift, which is if you hold right button and then you can hold the right stick left and right, you can change the sort of width of the fork, and then right stick up and down. I don't even know what that does. It's sort of it moves the slider. I don't think you can see that. Quite why you would need that one, I don't know, but you can sort of do that as well if you if you really need to. Right, so let's do a bit of forklifting and show you how you use it. So I just so happen to have some stuff there that needs loading. Now, one thing to bear in mind is sometimes the ground might not be super flat, so you've got to be careful with these small little wheels. So you ideally want to set stuff up so it's super flat, and this is where the tilt can come in useful. So here I'm trying to come up on this hill, but my fork, as you can see, needs to tilt down. So this is where we can use the LB, drop it so it's down near the floor, but then the right stick to the right just to angle it slightly lower. And then we need to try and get this. Now you can see my fork is too wide when we were messing around, so I'm holding the right button, change this to the left, and we just got to do a little bit of fiddling here. So I'm just going with some of the other controls that we saw, that tilt there, just to get forward. So now you can see there, that's a good example of where these tiny little wheels are struggling. So LB, and I'm just going to lift it up there with a tilt, just so I've got it here, and then I should be able to go forward. And there doesn't seem to be any problem bashing into things with these. There's no damage done to the thing, so I just used the side of the greenhouse there to help load this on. You can then lift it up if you want, or tilt it back if you want to keep it safe, but once it's on, it should be relatively strong. I don't think there's any other options we've got there. If you want, you can toggle the radio, so you can hold left button, right button, and toggle the radio or cruise control, and then you will cruise along. But generally you're going to have your forklift in an area where you're not going to be driving around too fast. You then take your forklift to a drop-off point, such as this one here of my farmer's market, and then your goods will be unloaded off of it here. And that's it. That's how a forklift works. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you're stuck on anything else on Farming Simulator 22, have a little look at the rest of my tutorials. I cover all sorts of stuff on the game. Always looking for new ideas as well. If you're stuck with anything, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to help. If you want to be kept up to date with my latest and greatest, I cover Farming Simulator 22 as well as multiple games on the Xbox Series X, including FIFA 22, The Witcher 3, and Forza Horizon 5 and many other games. So have a little look at the rest of my channel. I publish stuff, dozens of videos weekly, so if you like what you see, please subscribe and you'll be kept up to date. Cheers.